In this lesson, we are going to talk about binary numbers, counting in binary, and converting from binary to decimal and decimal to binary. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of paper. This is just a regular size. This is actually cardstock. When we're talking about paper positions, this is portrait. This is landscape. Okay, so we're going to take the paper, portrait, fold it in half. Okay. All right. With it folded, fold it in half again. This should give us 4 even sections. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to fold them in the opposite direction, so that way it gets nice and creased. Okay, so now I have 4 even sections up and down. I'm going to turn it landscape and I'm going to fold it down the middle. Okay. Now, I'm going to draw a line down this middle one that I just made, so that way I can see it better. Okay, on each side of this line, I need 3 more lines, and I want it to be as even as possible. Now, this is my 3rd attempt because I keep doing it wrong. So, let's see what needs to happen in order to get 3 lines and not just 3 sections. Okay, I think I got it. All right, 1 section, fold it in half. Take the corner and let it meet the black line in the middle. Okay, just like that. And then fold it in half again. I think this is going to work. Hey, it worked. Okay, so now I have 3 sections. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to fold the paper back and forth. And then I'm going to draw with my marker down those lines, okay? You know what they say, third time's the charm. All right, now I have 4 sections here and I need a total of 8 sections. So I'm going to take this corner over here and I'm going to fold it to make it meet the middle of the paper. And then I'm going to fold this section in half again. Now I have enough sections. I'm going to fold it back and forth to make the creases better, and then I'm going to draw a line down those creases so that I can see it. On the very top row, I'm going to put the number 2 all the way across. 2, 2, 2. So it's starting like this, and I'm just going to keep going. This is what you see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the right side of my paper, and I'm going to raise each 2 to a number starting with the number 0. All right, so start on the right side because binary is read from the right to the left, which is the opposite of how we read English. So 2 raised to the 0 power, 2 raised to the 1, and then you're just going to keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we're starting at 0 and then we're going to 7. 0 on the right, 7 on the left. Now, under that, in the next row, I'm going to perform these calculations. All right, 2 raised to the 0 power is 1. You can type that in your calculator and get like a legit answer for that, okay? 2 raised to the 1 power is 2. 2 raised to 2 squared is 4. And essentially what we're doing is we're doubling this number, and that's going to be the number that goes right beside it. 4 doubled is 8. 8 doubled, 16. 16 doubled, 32. 32 doubled, 64. 64 doubled, 128. Okay, so now we have 2 rows done. Okay, and the next row, row 3, we're going to put zeros all the way across. Okay, let me reposition my paper for this next part. Now what we're going to do, we're going to flip the bottom row up to cover the zeros, and we're going to put ones. 1, 1, 1. Just like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now there's nothing on the bottom row, but when you flip the bottom row over, you have ones. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut from here to here. From the very bottom of my paper on the line to where it meets right here. All right? Now, what we are making is called a flippy-do. This is called a flippy-do because we're going to flip it. And it's going to do something very useful. So, got my flippy-do. All right. Now, binary is made up of ones and zeros, yes? Binary is the most basic language, the most basic computer language, okay? All of the things that you see on your computer are essentially made up of ones and zeros. We're not going to get into it a whole lot, but we are going to learn how to convert binary numbers into decimal numbers, and that's what we have here. So, binary 0 means off, or literally 0. So if you have a true or false question, true would be 1, false would be 0. If you turn a light switch, up or down, on or off. On is 1, off is 0. So with that in mind, when we come to our flippy-do, what we want to try to do is count from the number 1 to, let's start with 8. Okay. We want to count from 1 to 8 with our flippy-do. How do we do that? Well, right now, all of the numbers are off. So, if we wanted to count with 1, we'll flip this one up. So now we have 0, 0, 0, 1. And that is binary for the number 1. So, we want to try to do the number 2 now. If we flip up number 2, what do we have? It looks like we have 2 right here, but really our binary number is 0, 0, 1, 1. That doesn't mean 2. Let's take, what we're doing is we're turning these 2 places on. So if we turn on 2, we add that to 1, that gives us 3. So 0, 0, 1, 1 equals 3. How do we make the number 2? Well, if you turn off the number 1, we have 0, 0, 1, 0. The only number that is turned on now is the number 2. So, binary for the number 2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. Number 3 is 0, 0, 1, 1, because we're saying 2, 3. Now, how do we make binary number 4? We turn on the number 4. 0, 1, 0, 0. How do we make 5? Well, what numbers are you going to take from this area to make the number 5? 4 plus, why does it keep doing that? 4 plus 1 equals 5. So the binary number for 5 is 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. 6 would be, let's turn this one off, 4, 4, 5, 6. So let's turn on the 2. Binary for 6, 0, 1, 1, 0. What about 7? Well, right now we have 6, and we just need to add one more. So 7 binary is 0, 1, 1, 1. So do you see how this is kind of working? How would we make 8? Okay, we currently have 7. How do we make 8? If we flip up and turn on the number 8, what do we have? 1, 1, 1, 1. But this does not equal 8, okay? Because now we have all of these numbers turned on. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All we need to make 8 is just to turn on that place. So the number 8 in binary is 1, 0, 0, 0. So do you see how this is going? You turn it on, and then you get to count it. So what I want you to do is make your flippy-do, and you're going to take a picture of it, and then I'm going to give you some numbers to convert, and I want you to take a picture of your flippy-do when it equals those numbers. Okay, so if I said, make the number 8 in binary, you're going to have your flippy-do out. You're going to turn on the number 8, and you're going to take a picture of your flippy-do like this. Okay? And so you'll just take pictures of you using your flippy-do to make these numbers, and you'll submit that for this lesson.